What's up, guys? Welcome back to Crypto Funds Daily. And I started the video differently today, but I want to talk about very important stuff today. So make sure to watch the whole thing. I'm going to talk about different scenarios for USDT this time. I'm going to cover what we can say. I'm going to put three scenarios for USDT dominance, and you tell me in the comment section with the numbers that which one you believe is going to happen. Very bearish. There are slightly bearish, and not the other one, the number three, is bullish. But we're going to eventually go back up for USDT because we're going to go back to bear market, the next bear market. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but almost is going to be in middle of 2025. That's what I'm thinking, okay? So make sure to watch the whole thing. If you haven't, and if you appreciate this kind of content, make sure to like the video and subscribe right now and hit the notification button, and I will need you to comment down below and let me know after I explain all of it, okay? So, and I'm gonna talk about the bearish scenario, another bearish scenario that is pointing at the price with two indicators around $27,000. Okay, we're gonna cover all of that, plus our daily chart for Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance. Okay. We have talked about all of these before, but some of them haven't. So this is new about the volume. I hadn't talked about the volumes for a very long time. I'm not going to make another volume for down here. I'm just going to ignore that. But for now, we're just going to look at why we are looking at $26,000. And Ethereum's finally got approved. We knew that was coming, and I think that Solana is going to be next. I'm not sure when, but we know they're going to eventually do this. I'm pretty sure US would love to make money off of these trading volumes, okay? Anyways, so in this scenario, I'm going to talk about the first one that has been one of my scenarios that I'm looking at. I said that in my previous video. I said because we have closed this, let me put these aside so you guys don't get confused, okay? I had this blue line and this yellow line, and the reason for blue was because of this red candle, which I said might hold the price, and another one here at almost 5%. In my previous video, I said that because we did close this weekly candle below this level and this level, okay, we might have a pullback almost around this area, blue, or it can even go up to yellow color, yellow resistance level, right? And then that's going to be bearish. So Bitcoin, after Ethereum got approved, we saw that little bit of sell-off in here, which was expected. But I have still these two scenarios in here that they are both bearish, that I was telling that there's a good chance that we still go to all-time high or close to all-time high, at least to $71,000, $72,000, and still get failed and go back to $50,000 area, okay? So far, I'm still having these in here. But you can see that we have already made two waves in here, and we don't know. We need to make sure that if we get support, I am expecting to get supported around at least $65,000 area. And if we do, we're going to probably go towards $71,000, which there is a lot of liquidity, which I showed you in the last video. Now, we need to see that USDT, how it is performing this week and how it's going to close, okay? So the bearish scenario, pay attention here, please. Bearish scenario is that if I put this in here, we might have a little bit of sideways for a couple of weeks and then start getting bearish again, because already Ethereum has gone out. The Ethereum sell the news can happen, which we saw the same for Bitcoin. We almost went down almost, I don't know, 21%, something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not going to go back to check it, but we had a pretty good pullback for Bitcoin after the selling news, which was the ETF news. Now we can expect that we get support for USDT, which if we go up, you guys know that it's going to be bearish for Bitcoin. This is USDT dominance. So if we go up, we're gonna get to for my first target, which is almost 6.2 or to 4%, and that's gonna be around this level. Then we need to see that how it's gonna react to it. We might just go back down to retouch 5.5%, which is top of these two candles, and then start going for a big old sell-off. Okay, and that's gonna be pretty much makes sense, because if we get a huge pullback and it start 2025 as being the bullish year, because we're gonna have almost another 6-7 months of bullishness if everything goes right. But if this happens, I'm not sure if, honestly, to be honest, if this happens for USDT, I'm not sure if we're gonna even see any bullishness from now on. Okay, so this can still happen. Okay, the second one is gonna be this blue scenario. Blue scenario would tell us that we're gonna be still bullish. We're gonna go back down to this red line that I have showed you guys a long time ago. I had this and I said that there is a huge possibility that we did not touch this area. If you guys remember, I said we can still go back down to this area, get a lot of support, and start going higher. And we saw that happen. Now we got rejected again, and now we're going towards that. But we need to make sure that if we lose this area and this area of support, the next area I'm expecting would be 3.74% for USDT dominance. That's going to be very bullish for Bitcoin, and I'm expecting Bitcoin to reach to almost 60% of dominance first, then altcoins start following. Okay, so that's going to be the dominance of Bitcoin is going to start going down after we reach to almost 60%, which will be almost this area. Okay, we're gonna, if we get to this area, this is where Bitcoin started getting rejected and it started crashing in dominance, and that was where we had our last, at the previous bull market, we had a lot of altcoins pumping tens of thousands of percent, some of them. Okay, so I am expecting this area to be another rejection area, which will, because I have showed you before that we are still going within this channel, and if we go straight up in here, we're gonna have almost 60%. Okay, so this is the dominance, and now, so if this happens, I will be saying that we have a lot of time, at least in up to October, before the election happening. We are gonna get all this, all the bullishness is gonna probably happen, and after that, we're gonna probably sell the news for election. Okay, I hope I explained it right. But this is the second scenario. So if you guys believe that this second scenario or first scenario can happen, let me know in the comment. So now I'm going to get rid of this as well. Now this is the third one that is going to be super bullish. And this is where, I'm going to zoom out. This is another level of support for USDT dominance. But on the way, I do not see that much of support. I do see a lot of support around this area, but that's why I have this line for a long time. If I want to make it even bigger support, around this area is a very huge rejection area, because this is the top of a lot of these candles. Okay, and this is the bottom part of it, and we got support really good, and we got another support after a couple of years, a year and a half or a couple of years, without even getting to this red line, we started going higher. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So that's why I'm still saying that this market is still shady. I do not really expect to go a lot higher for Bitcoin. We need to see that how USDT dominance is gonna, what's gonna happen to USDT dominance. So if this happens, we're gonna probably go back, retouch this red line, have another rejection or support for USDT and rejection for Bitcoin and altcoins, and we're gonna get even further down to this level, which is gonna be a very, very, very important and huge support for USDT dominance. But it's going to get us down to 2.45%. Now we are almost in around 5%, okay, 4.8%. So that's going to be a lot of money, a lot of USDT is going to pour into Bitcoin and altcoins, and that's going to be the super cycle everybody is talking about. Okay, so that's going to be a lot of money. Plus, this is we're talking about percentage. We're not talking about and market cap amount. Okay, there is a difference in that. Okay, if you're good with math, you're gonna understand that. If you do not, just comment down below. I'll try to explain it in the comments. So this is gonna be the super cycle everybody is talking about. Okay, I'm gonna even go higher for this. So this would be another. This is the super cycle everybody is talking about. Now, so comment down below number 3 and explain why you think that. And if you think this is the super cycle we're talking about, number 3 would be the comment. I mean, your comment in the comment section. Okay. So far it's still. Let me talk about the volume. I was gonna forget. Now, I have showed you guys before that we have these volumes, and anytime we have a lot of volume, huge volume that ends up having this line around it, this is not what I made. This is for the volume that he already showed. This is the highest volume area, and we have 2 of them. Okay, so basically if you go to trading view, I used both of these fixed range volume profile and anchored volume profile. Both of these will show you guys where the volume is. Basically, for what I did was I grabbed, let me actually do one for you instead. Just let me explain. You put one side of it from here, go all the way to the highest part, which is almost 73, 74, and this is what you will see. Okay, and the same thing for here. From here to here, you will see this volume for the other one, for this one. Okay. So you will see that we have a lot of volume in here, and usually volumes attract the price, but we don't know if we're gonna go to another all-time high first and then go down for the bear market, or we're gonna just start pulling back because we never had a huge pullback for this cycle yet. Okay, now because in the previous bull market, even in the middle of the bull market, we saw almost 50% pullback, 40-50% for Bitcoin. Okay, if I'm gonna make this calculate how many percentage that was down to here, that was, yes, 56, over 56% pullback for Bitcoin. And if I want to do it for lower, where we had 3,200, if we start from here, that will be a crazier number. We go all the way here, you guys will see $10,000 and even lower. Okay, the highest part is at least $10,000. That was the scenario I was saying, but we are far from it. We're just gonna ignore that for now. Okay, so that's just another video for you guys. We covered a lot of things, so make sure to comment down below about these 3 scenarios that you were thinking. I'm gonna put them back in here. Whoops. This one, number 1, number 2, or number 3. These are what I'm saying. And Bitcoin, if we see the super bullish scenario, it does not have to be going all to Bitcoin. We're gonna have to consider some of each of these that are gonna go to altcoins. Well, for the first one, I have my doubts to go anything into alts. Even like it's just gonna be a little bit of money going to bigger alts, because if we're gonna start crashing from here, you guys know that altcoins usually bleed the most. Okay, so one is super bearish, almost bearish, and super bullish. Okay, so that's just what I'm looking at. None of these are financial advice. Do your own research. But if you haven't already, and if you appreciate this kind of content, share this video with your friends, subscribe, and like the video, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.